Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rainy. This is the Enchanted Planner, and today we're planning for the week of Valentine's Day in my, I was going to say vertical, but that would be my dashboard. Okay, so I need a quick and dirty spread, and that generally means I go to florals. I think I'm going to go a little bit less traditional Valentine and a little more, I don't know, moody. I'm kind of feeling moody today. I got nothing. It just happens every once in a while. Plus, the other thing too is I've been doing a lot of bright spreads. I went from doing a bunch of like Christmas and winter spreads to getting sick of that to doing a bunch of bright spreads. Now I want something that's a little bit more dark and moody. That's what happens, man. I get a little bit bored. Not really bored as much as I do sick of things. Like yeah. I'm so bummed. I ran out of Tombow and I forgot to order some. So I'm having to use my backup and I hate the backup. So that's how we're rolling today. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna get the hair off my desk. we're gonna get rid of these guys because I want to retitle them. Oops, this is why I hate this freaking thing. Okay, so we've got those gone. Now, so I've pulled out, like I said, I pulled out these guys. And then there's some boxes on that might work. I don't know. We're going to just take a look here. Okay, first things first. Well, second things, because I said first things first when I did the elimination of the headers. Let's get rid of this backing. Okay. Bye-bye. And wax paper. I've lost my wax paper. It's on my desk here somewhere. Hold on. There it is. I'm like, I know I've got some and I've got like some fairly new sheets, so we don't want to waste them. So let's grab this guy and I'm going to grab this corner piece and stick that on the wax paper. And I want to grab this piece. I'm not sure if they're going to work, but we're going to check it out anyways. And then we've got this guy. Actually, these don't feel super sticky today, which is kind of odd, right? Now, I pulled these out of the back because like there's this sort of plum color, which is pretty good. Not bad, right? Because I don't want it necessarily, like I don't have any other boxes that will match these florals. Like they're not the right colors in anything. So I pulled out black. So I've got black boxes and more. And then I've also pulled out my regular black boxes. I've also pulled out black shapes because I thought, well, it might be nice to put like a heart or two in here somewhere because it is Valentine's week, but I promise nothing. I'm feeling kind of moody. It's just, I'm feeling off. I think that's what it is. Oh, I also pulled out this washi because I thought like, let's do some bold stripes. I don't know. I'm having issues. I don't know why I'm having issues, but I'm having issues. Okay, now I need to make the decision before I get too excited with the washi here on whether we're going to, yeah, that's actually perfect because it doesn't cut into too much above. Whereas if we put it on, well, actually we could put it on that side. I don't normally put florals on this side. That's an interesting concept. Because on the other hand, what I was thinking of is putting this guy right there. So decisions. I kind of like it higher. Okay, so total change in what we're doing. So let's just de-stick this guy a little bit. So what have y'all been up to? Me, I've been feeling kind of like crap, and it's not like I'm sick or anything. I don't know. In honesty, I think I'm dealing with burnout. Like I've talked to you guys a bit about this over the last little while. This is going to take a few minutes, but we'll chit chat. Yeah, I've talked to you guys about this like in the comments and in a few of the videos over the last little while. Like I've been carrying on at such a rapid rate for content creation for the last year and a half that now that I've sort of given myself a little bit of breathing room, I can't seem to get myself motivated to do anything. Like, you know, I have all these grandiose plans of getting content onto the other channel, right? And I've got a couple of videos in mind to film, but I can't seem to bring myself to film them. I'm in quite a state and I know what it is. I've got burnout, but not burnout to the sense where I'm in like adrenal fatigue or anything like that. I've just got content creation burnout. And I go through this when I have a lot of something. I've had this issue when I was teaching a lot before as well. I just get to a point where that's it. My body has had enough. My creativity goes out the freaking window and I need to take some R&R. And I think that's where I'm at right now. I was talking to Di about this off and on over the last little bit because, you know, her and I pretty much, well, she's my, she's my sister from another mister, that girl. But, yeah, like her and I have been talking on and off about this too. Cause like I wanted to hit the ground running badly in January, like hit that ground running, goals, all the things, right? But January came and went and I got very little done. Like I got nothing done in the health and wellness department. I got nothing done. I'm not going to say, actually, I'm going to rephrase that. I'm not going to say I got nothing done because I did get some things done, but they weren't anything that's going to like what we call move the needle forward. Like in business and whatnot, we use that term a lot because, you know, we want to focus our time on what we call income producing activities or IPAs, which are directly meant that you're supposed to focus your time on things that are going to bring you a net return. Now, I don't necessarily fully ascribe to the whole hustle culture, and I don't really ascribe to, I don't know. I love business. I love being an entrepreneur, but people before profits it's always been the way I function. People before profits. And that's why I think it's kind of humbling. And I'm going to chit chat with you guys about this because you guys have the same effect on me, even though this isn't like a business situation. This is kind of my hobby and it's fun and I enjoy it. And I get to meet all of these fantastic people, like all of you in the planner community. You mean the world to me. Like, I absolutely adore chatting with you guys, getting to know you. When you say, hey, do you mind if I send you my picture on Instagram? I'm like, yeah, damn, go for it. Like, I love to see them, right? Like, you guys are amazing. And it makes the world a little smaller in turn in this planner community, makes the world a little bit smaller when we all get to chit chat, right? Which is why anytime we welcome new members into the community, I'm always jump right in. We're a chatty bunch. Please comment on one another's posts, like comment on the comments, get to know one another because that builds community. And in the same vein where I say I put people before profits, that's what I mean. I love to build safe spaces and safe communities, in particular for women, but not just for women. Sort of women is my specialty because let's face it, my audience is menopausal women. But, you know, that's my thing. And even in the, even in the studio, when I still had the physical location and I wasn't seeing online clients, I mean, I still had online clients, but not to the degree that I do now. Well, actually, I don't currently have a full boatload, but that's a whole different conversation. Let's flip this guy over. Okay, I gotta find the holes. Where was I? Oh, yes. So I have always had the approach that I put people before profits. Money is not the only motivator for me in business. It's not the only motivator for me in building these communities for all of us. It means the world to me that you guys are here. Like, I think you're fantastic. You know, we laugh together, we cry together. That's what women are supposed to do. Like, you know, if we go back to some sort of old school ways of thinking, like it takes a village to raise a child, right? There's that quote. It takes a community of women to help other women, because here's my thing. As we are progressing into what I refer to fondly as the crone stage, and I do not mean the old haggard looking, you know, old lady. I'm talking when we are no longer in that cycle of, you know, menstruating, because, you know, we're past that. We're in the crone phase. And even before that, like I've always had the approach that it's our duty as we, you know, get older to mentor and be there for other women who are further back on the path from where we are, right? If you think about a world, like let's look at, you know, areas where there's still tribes, right? The elders, the women elders, they're responsible for guiding the younger generations. And it goes down the line like that, like the mothers help the daughters and the grandmothers help the mothers. Like that's a world where I want to live. However, in the same breath, I'm also in like, you know, capitalism has gotten a bad name over the last several freaking years because it's been, I don't know, I can't even get started on that. I'll end up in a war. But I don't agree with a completely socialist society either. So we need a balance of both. Like, That's the way I feel about that. We cannot have a completely socialist society. It just does not work. We've seen evidence of that completely over and over. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this up to white out the lines, but we're going to try. But if it starts ripping the paper, I'm just going to have to deal with it. I don't know where this washi came from. It is not Happy Planner because it has a cardboard inside. So I'm going to say Michael's, maybe, is usually the only other place I get washi, or I've gotten it secondhand in bundles. Okay, so back to my, sorry, I'm jumping around like a Yahoo. That's the way my brain's working today. Anyways, back to my conversation about like socialism as a whole, as a complete, does not work. We need a balance of both. You know, I often say this, Di, and I say this all the time. I'm like, where the hell is center? Like, what happened to the middle? Why do we have to be at these extremes? I don't like the extremes. Balance is important. Balance is what literally keeps things moving. If we don't have balance, if we sway too far in one direction, it never ends well for one side. It's just bad juju. And I have no idea how the heck I arrived at this topic when I had started out talking about people before profits. But welcome to the mind of a menopausal woman in the what I call the pinball brain. Like, it's just bing, 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 bing. I'm sure most of you totally understand what I'm talking about because most of you are of the same generation or a little bit ahead of where I am. But I don't know. Can you imagine if we were a little bit nicer to one another as women? Like, I've said this before and I'll say it again. My whole purpose, well, one of my purposes in life in working with women is to demonstrate and help understand and teach that we do not have to compete with one another. We don't. That is something that's put on us from the time we're young. We figure out based on societal cues, I guess I'm going to call them, from a young age that, you know, we're in competition with other women, but we don't need to be. We don't need to be. If we didn't try and constantly compete with one another, we wouldn't feel threatened by one another. Like, taking the time, and I've said this to several clients and people in my life over the years, and I was there too. I'm not saying I wasn't there. I'm just sharing stuff that I've figured out for myself. And if it lands with anyone, then it's helpful. And if it doesn't land, that's okay too, right? This is the benefit of just having sort of these conversations. If you're constantly finding that you're threatened by other women, you kind of need to take a look at yourself and figure out why. Like, they're bringing out something in you that you don't particularly either recognize or appreciate, or I could go on, but there's so many reasons for it. But I often say to people, like, if you find you're constantly threatened by another female or other females, take a look in the mirror, do some hardcore looking at yourself and figure out why. Because I mean, granted, in the same vein, I'm also going to say I have come across women in my life who are just horrible human beings and have no issue at all with screwing over one of their sisters. Those women don't count. But the majority of women don't want you to be threatened by them. They don't want to be in competition with you. It's a societal thing that we've become so... it's just intuitive. It's time to break the cycle, I guess, is where I'm kind of trying to go with this. But it's crazy, right? I don't know how the heck we get here sometimes. But I don't know. I love being around a society and a community of happy, positive people. And life is not always bloody perfect, as you well see in my planners. Like, I don't hide anything from you guys. If I've had crap weeks and I've been eating like crap, y'all see it. I don't see the point in trying to hide it from you. Like, why? Like, I need you guys to understand that even as a personal trainer and a health coach, I am fallible and I'm in the same bloody place everyone else is. And as much as I would love to say I'm perfect, oh, good gosh, no. I am far from it. Like, unbelievably far from it. Okay, I think we're going to put this box down here. Now, the only thing is I really wish I had bullet points in this color, but I've looked in my sticker books and nothing. Like, as much as that's a bummer, but I could take one more pass through them and see, but I do not believe... What's going on here? What the heck is that? Oh, I see. It's an edge of the sticker. Oops. Okay, hang on a second. Now I got to get some. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, take it from me, gang. If you see a speck of sticker hanging out, just cut it. Don't try and pull it, man. Oh gosh. This is also why I keep all the scraps of my label paper because crap like this happens, and yeah, I'm just a winner on that, man. This is going to be a little bit of an ugly patch, but I'm going to have to just suck it up. All right, so I want to do this without, okay, so that means I got to lift the front side. I want to try and do it without removing the backing completely, so I'm not fighting too much with it, right? So let's see if we can patch that guy, because then I can cut it off and it's not going to horrifically stick to my scissors. That was the whole purpose in that. Okay, so now we need to kind of do the same thing on the other side, because otherwise it's good. Like, well, maybe not. Maybe we can get away with it on this side once we cut through with this guy. So I gotta flip him over this way. Anyways, I hope you had a really good laugh with that one. Sure, I did. I totally did. I thought it was freaking hilarious. I'm a little bummed that I ripped my page, but whatever, it was still freaking funny. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, when you see a piece of sticker that happens to be hanging, don't just try and tear it with your freaking nails, just cut it. I don't know why I didn't. Now the question is, do I want to try and fix my little, so it looks normal? This is absolutely terrible without a ruler. I should probably get something that's like straight. Oh man, that was a good laugh for the day. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like I don't see any point in hiding anything from you guys. I think it's incredibly important to be honest, because life's not perfect, and I am far from the, you know, Instagram influencer that shows only the pretty parts of her life, man. You get to see the good, the bad, and the, oh my God, it's ugly. So, I mean, I'm hoping, like, it's not February, like this is right now, this is the 7th when I'm filming this, but this has to go up on Thursday, which would be the 9th, right? So, you know, it's unbelievable to me that we're this far into February already, even though it's only like a week. But I'm like, holy shit, I don't want another month like January, where at the end of the month I'm going, okay, what did I actually get accomplished? I got a little bit accomplished, but nothing that really moves the needle forward, right? And I really need to work on moving that needle forward. Okay, I want to try and get in another black box, but I don't think, no, this book I've pretty much cleaned out of the quarter boxes or the skinny boxes, but I do have some in here. So let's go pull from, I think I've got, I thought I had grabbed some from somewhere. Let's take a look, because I'm really bad for just hitting a page and grabbing a sticker. So let's not do that. I guess we'll start at the back. We'll grab one of these guys, because I do want to try and bring in a little bit more black. Maybe we'll put this on this Saturday, because what I've been trying to do is post the videos on their days, and then the off days like the Wednesday and the Saturday, just sharing YouTube community posts instead. I'm not 100% good at it, but it's a new thing, so it's going to take me a while to get into the habit of thinking, oh yeah, I've got to do that. That's what happens sometimes when we start a new habit. Okay, so I'm going to make this for the YouTube community post. That one can go there. And I took out too many. Yeah. So there's not really anywhere I'm going to need a second one, at least not that I can think of at this point. So let's put that guy back in his home. All right, now we need to work on this side. And this is where I wish I had these boxes. Now I could cut that down to make a skinny, but it's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, because I'd have to cut it about there. I mean, my other thing, so we don't end up wasting the box, is cutting it in half, right? So we could do that. So I'm just going to fold it to give myself a guide as to where I need to cut. Now I need my cutting mat. Let's find a space that doesn't have washi on it. Okay, I want to line it up on the line, and then I'm just going to grab this guy because he's sitting right here. I'm going to line that up, and we're going to cut it in half. It's a little bigger on one side than it is on the other, so let's fix that. Because really I just want to cut off the like so. Okay. Now they're the same size, because we can try something different here. So let's move that guy out of the way. No, they're still going to be too big. Okay, so that's okay. We're just going to cut them down a little bit more. So I think we'll take it to that line. I'll throw that one off to the side for a second. Where did my washi card go? There it is. All right, so let's try this. Make sure everybody's straight. Everybody looks straight. That might be a good size. Yeah, that's pretty good. I just kind of want it hanging. It's still a tiny, tiny, tiny bit too big. I'm like, how much can I seriously cut off of this thing before it gets ridiculous, right? But we're going to try. We're going to try. I don't want to lose too much though, so I need like a micro. I don't believe that is straight, so let's move that just a tiny bit. Okay, now let's check this size. Sorry, this is time-consuming stuff. But that should be about perfect. And I just want it to sort of hang from underneath like that. Not so sure I like the look of that, but we're gonna just go with it. Yeah, I'm not so sure I really dig the look of that. What about if we flip it around? I don't like that either. Well, that's a bummer. I think it's because the above line is so, but the thing is you're not going to know until you try. I think it's because the above line is so subtle. It's not really bold. If it was a little bit more bold, it might be okay. But because it's kind of subtle, it doesn't give the effect that I was looking for, but that's all right. We can figure out other ways to do this. Now, I do need some kind of headers here. Now, I've been putting boxes, which is why I wanted those, but I guess we can always just stick with the black boxes. I just wanted to try and bring in that other color, and we're gonna have to do it a different way. So let's grab 1, 2, because, you know, it was worth a try, but it did not work. So let's move that guy up like that, and it seriously would help if I can get stickers laid down straight. I was doing okay, but I had lines, right? You have lines to line stuff up, it's not so bad. I'm gonna bring this right underneath February. Use February as the guide, I guess. And then, let's see if I can get this guy in the same level and straight. Why? Why do you want to be crooked? Okay, and then, I mean, I could still kind of try and salvage this situation. Let's see here. This is time-consuming stuff. I mean, I'm not completely fond of it, but it'll work, and it helps bring this color in on this side of the page, but I do need to trim off that extra. So we're just going to grab the scissors for that. And then I guess I'm going to have to do the same with the other, another box to get that in there. So I don't have any left on there. We've got to come over here. So let's just de-stick this a tiny bit so I've got something to work with. I want to cut. Where's a pencil or a pen? I didn't bring out a pencil because I don't normally use pencils, but we're just gonna give ourselves a little bit of a guide so I know where to cut. Slip this guy down. And washi card. Where's the washi card? Yeah, the washi cards these metal washi cards make a really good straight edge. Okay, so then we want to Actually, I'll take the bottom. We're doing massive sticker surgery in this video today. Got some massive sticker surgery happening, and we're going to try and make it about the same size as the other one. I'm hoping that's good. Yeah, okay. Then we're going to take the straight edge because we're already here and we're on the mat, so we may as well to cut off the extra. Okay. Excellent. Now let's bring this guy over here. Oh, he's a little bit bigger, like ever so slightly. Do I worry about it? No, I'm not worried about it. But I do want to try and make it so I can still use the function on this side and like make it viable. That looks terrible. Yeah, that's like really wonky. Okay, so I think we should be about there. Yeah, there we go. It's really noticeable, eh? Okay, well, first off, I'm going to make a little line because finding that was a little bit tough. And I'm going to see if we can get these guys apart and move it just a tiny bit. And I know this is kind of finicky. You don't really need to be this finicky. Oh, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Captain. So we're just going to leave it like so. Use it as is. So it's a little bit bigger. Helps if it's straight though. Helps if I'm straight. Okay, so we got the function down on that side. We're going to grab something for up there. So we'll grab another little black skinny box because that's what we got, peoples. That's what we got. And we're going to put that up there because that accounts for my YouTube channel. And where did my washi go in this mess? He's here somewhere. Washi! Oh, washi! Where are you? Am I blind? Did I lose the washi? My desk is not that big. It should not be this easy to lose stuff. That's a sticker sheet. Oh, seriously. Oh, he's buried. Okay, there he is. Like we found the washi. Okay, let's find the edge of the washi. Because maybe... we come across? No, I'm not sure about that one. I think it's too bold, but I do want to see if we can get some more florals in here somehow. So let's grab our florals. I need some function here. So one thing I was totally spaced and forgetting about. Maybe this is where we bring the hearts in, but then I have to try and get a heart on the other side too. So and they're too small. That would be, I'd have to write really tiny. I think it's doable though. But maybe we'll just go for my good old usual. We could use these guys. 1 and 2. Because these are where I throw in like stats and stuff. So we'll throw that one in. And then that one in. Okay, that takes care of the stat issue. Now, florals. I have some on this page too. So let's have a look here. If we take this one, de-stick it a tiny bit. All right, I have no idea where I was in my conversation, so my apologies. It's like I said, it's brain bounce days. It's exactly what we got going on here. We could bring some across the top. We could also bring some down into sort of some of these areas. I could bring in some more down here as well to sort of fill in a little bit. Be nice if I could find a quote, but I don't think I'm gonna get that lucky. Oh, we could do that. That might be nice. Do we have one that's a little bit better fit though? We might. Hold on. Let's grab this guy. Let's see if I don't have to do as much cutting on that. Yeah, that's a pretty good fit. And it almost looks like it was made to go in that spot. So we'll take this one. And, excuse me, we will lay this down like that. And then do I want to cut this off or do I want to go underneath the boxes? I've been a little bit heavy-handed lately, which I tend to cut the page then, so I'm almost a little bit reluctant to try and go under the boxes, like, you know what I mean? So it kind of makes me want to do this a little bit more. Because I'm not kidding, like I try really hard and I seem to still be fairly heavy-handed. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. All right, so let's peel this guy up just like that, and we can just lay him back down. And it's like it never happened. All right, so let's flatten that guy out. Okay, now let's get some more florals in here. We have some of these little guys are kind of pretty. I think maybe, let's take a look at the size of this. And then we have these little ones, which are like almost perfect for there. So we're gonna grab this and we're gonna come, do I wanna cut that? No. I think I wanna lift this guy up as well. Where's my sticker lifter thingy? This thing is awesome. I will link it in the description. You've probably seen me use it by now. It is amazing. I freaking love it. I'm really like, I'm like so angry that it took me so long to actually remember to use it. But yeah, that is fabulous. Great tool. Now we got that guy there, and then we have this guy, which we can probably sneak in like that. And that requires lifting up stickers again, which I'm not really happy with. So maybe we will try the cut technique this time and see. Hopefully I don't cut too deep. I mean, I could always take these off of the paper and cut them. Oops. Well, that didn't work. Actually, where's my Sharpie? That's the tiny one. I don't really want the tiny one. I don't really want a tiny one. Where's my like middle-sized one? All right, screw that. Where's my paper mate flare? We're just gonna fix this. We're just gonna color that black. Like that. Problem is solved. Now hopefully we don't have the same issue on here. Normally I stick a sticker sheet underneath to prevent that from happening. But today, I'm like, it's such a small sticker, it shouldn't be an issue, right? Well, apparently it is. So we're just gonna de-stick that a little bit more. And we're gonna come in like that. No, don't you rip my sticker. Okay, we can throw those over onto that. Okay, I cut a little bit too much. So we're just gonna move this over so that we don't have the gap by the box, because that stuff kind of drives me a little bit bananas. And I end up with a gap up top. Like, you can't win. Can't win. Okay, there we go. No gap. Sticker squisher. Okay, I think we're just about done, because I don't really want to, let me take a look from standing up and see how long this video is. And we're at 40 minutes. I'm going to go look for a quote. I'll be right back. Okay, I've pulled out Black Quotes by Amber, which unfortunately is no longer available, but there's this "she believes she could, so she did" quote. So I'm like, I wonder if this will fit. It kind of looks like it will, but let's take a look, shall we? So we'll throw that on some wax paper for a second. Actually, yeah, it's pretty perfect. Fantastic. Let's do that. So let's grab this guy and de-stick this a tiny bit, because I may need to shift it if I get it down wrong, as so often happens. She believed she could, so she did. Awesome. Not really a Valentine's quote, but like I said, I didn't really want a traditional Valentine's sort of spread in here, because what the heck is going on here? Stop crinkling. Are you like laid down funny, or what's going on here? I didn't really want a traditional Valentine's spread. Like, I kind of did a Valentine's spread in my vertical. There we go. And although I like Valentine's Day, it's you know, whatever. It's whatever. I also found these things. Now these things I think will look really cool with these florals. So we're going to stick a few of these in here. I'm going to toss them around because I think they're kind of cool. The flower sticker book has a set in here. The flowers are pretty much close to that color as well. And they have these sort of little purple spotty things too that look really cool with that set of florals. So I think that's a good idea. Oops, I don't know that I want you there, so chill out. I think maybe I'll bring some over here, up there, and it'll help cover up the white out, I think. Do I have a bigger one? I do if I go to the next page, which might be a better fit. No, it doesn't look right. Doesn't quite look right, so we will go with our little guy. And I think I want to put something in there. Or not. There's just something missing. Maybe right here. Stop it. Kind of like that. Actually, yeah, that's pretty good right there. It's not super noticeable, but it kind of brings a little bit of balance to it. Okay, so then we're going to flatten out these guys. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is close to being done. You like how I'm not committing? Pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's close to being done. I just always get concerned about the length of the plan with me's because, you know, I don't like wasting you guys' time, but I'm pretty sure this is done. I do need to correct a crooked sticker, mind you. Or maybe there's a couple of them that are crooked, but I won't notice until after I finish filming and I'll be like, oh, you're not down straight. That's a bit better. It's hard to tell sometimes when I'm sitting looking at it from this angle. That's why I often say I got to stand up, is because, yeah, things don't quite look right. All right, so let's throw this guy back on the desk. So we'll see how this looks. I may, after I finish filming, go and find some headers, like maybe some today stickers or whatnot to stick in here, but that's a wrap, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you think about what I've been saying in the video about community and, you know, women being better examples for one another. And yeah, if you're new to our community, drop us a comment down below letting us know you're new so we can formally welcome you to our community. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao.